Have you ever noticed how people look at you but never really see? How they glance right past the storm raging behind your eyes, past the earthquake shaking your soul, past the hurricanes tearing through your mind. They see a surface, a mask, a carefully constructed illusion. You're so strong, they say. You've got this, they tell you. Everything's fine, they assume. If they only knew. If they could only see. The battles you fight in the quiet hours. When the world sleeps and your mind screams. When your thoughts race like wild horses through the darkest valleys of your consciousness. They don't see the nights. Oh, those endless nights. When your ceiling becomes a movie screen, playing back every regret, every fear, every moment that broke you. They don't feel the weight, that crushing, invisible mountain, sitting on your chest, making each breath a war, each moment a battle, each day a campaign for survival. You've become an artist of illusion, a master of the practiced smile, an expert at the casual, I'm fine. You've learned to wear normalcy, like a second skin. Even when your first one is burning, they see you function. They watch you move. They observe you exist, but they don't see the cost. Don't understand the price of each step, each word, each breath. The mornings when the gravity feels like your enemy, when your bed has become both fortress and prison, when simply existing feels like lifting oceans, yet you rise. You always rise, because that's what they expect. Because that's what you demand of yourself. They don't see the war room inside your mind, where strategies are planned just to make it through the day, where battles are fought just to face the mirror, where victories are measured in moments of peace, between storms of chaos. You've built fortresses from fragments, crafted armor from scars, forged weapons from wounds. Not because you wanted to, but because survival demanded it. Because the alternative was surrender, and surrender isn't in your vocabulary. Some days, the mask weighs more than the pain. Some nights, the pretense costs more than the truth. But you wear it anyway, carry it anyway, bear it anyway. Because you've learned that understanding is rarer than diamonds, and judgment is common as dirt. They see your strength, but not its source. See your smile, but not its price. See your success, but not its cost. They don't know about the private ceremonies of gathering yourself from scattered pieces, of stitching your hope back together with threads of pure will. In their eyes, your simple arithmetic, A plus B equals U, but your advanced calculus, quantum physics, the complex mathematics of survival, each day is an equation you solve, with variables they can't comprehend. The weight of memory times the burden of now, divided by the strength you've built. From the ashes of everything that tried to break you. They don't see how you've learned to breathe underwater, to walk through fire, to dance with your demons, until they're too tired to torment you. You've become an alchemist, turning pain into purpose, fear into fuel, trauma into triumph. Not because you wanted to, but because you had to. Because survival doesn't ask permission, it demands adaptation. And somewhere along the way, between the breaking and the rebuilding, between the falling and the rising, between the dying and the living, you discovered something they'll never see. A fire that burns brighter than your darkness, a strength deeper than your wounds, a resilience greater than your pain. You've learned that survival isn't just about enduring. It's about transforming, taking every hit that life throws and turning it into a stepping stone, every wound into a weapon, every scar into a shield. They see the person you present, but they don't know the warrior you've become. Don't understand the battles you've won, just to stand here breathing, just to keep existing, just to remain undefeated. So let them see what they want to see. Let them believe what makes them comfortable. You know the truth. You know the cost. You know the strength it takes just to keep standing when the world feels like it's designed to bring you to your knees. You are not their perception. You are not their understanding. You are not their judgment. You are the fire that refuses to die, the light that darkness couldn't claim, the force that chaos couldn't tame. Let them see the surface. You know the depths. Let them see the mask. You know the face beneath. Let them see what they choose. You know who you really are. And maybe someday they'll understand that strength isn't always loud, that battles aren't always visible, that survival isn't always pretty. But until then, keep fighting your silent wars. Keep winning your invisible battles. Keep surviving in ways they'll never see. Because the truth is, you're not just surviving. You're becoming something they can't see yet. Something you can barely glimpse yourself. Something forged in the fires of everything you've endured. And one day, when you finally step fully into that strength, when you finally emerge from these shadows, when you finally show them what you've become, they'll wonder how they never saw it before. But you'll know. You'll know it was always there, growing stronger in the darkness, building power in the silence, creating something unstoppable from everything that tried to stop you. This is your truth. This is your power. This is your story. And it's only just beginning. You think living unseen is your weakness? Let me tell you what they don't understand. Being invisible has taught you to see everything. Being unheard has taught you to listen deeper. Being overlooked has taught you to observe. While they were busy not seeing you, you were learning to read the shadows, to speak the language of silence, to understand the weight of words unsaid. You've become fluent in pain, an expert in endurance, a scholar of survival, not because you chose this education, but because life made you attend every class, take every test, learn every lesson. They think silence is empty. You know better. You know silence has texture, has weight, has meaning. In your quietest moments, when the world thinks you're breaking, you're actually building. When they think you're fading, you're really focusing. When they think you're lost, you're actually mapping new territories. Inside yourself, every tear you've hidden has watered something growing beneath the surface. Every scream you've swallowed has fueled something rising in your core. Every pain you've masked has shaped something powerful in your spirit. You've learned to find strength in the spaces between breaths, power in the moments between heartbeats, purpose in the silence between words. They see your composure, but miss your composition. How you're built from steel and stardust, forged in fires they can't comprehend, shaped by pressures they can't measure. You're not just walking through life, you're navigating battlefields. Every smile is a shield, every laugh is a weapon, every casual gesture is a carefully planned move in a game they don't even know is being played. But here's what makes you magnificent. You're not playing to win their game. You're not fighting to meet their standards. You're not struggling to fit their mold. You're breaking every rule they wrote, rewriting every story they told, reimagining every limit they set. In their blindness to your battles, they've given you the perfect cover to build something extraordinary. While they're busy underestimating you, you're busy becoming unstoppable. Each day you rise, not because the weight is lighter, but because you've grown stronger. Each step you take, not because the path is easier, but because your resolve is greater. You've learned that healing isn't linear, that strength isn't constant, that progress isn't perfect, and that's okay. Because you're not aiming for perfection, you're aiming for progression. Every battle leaves its mark, every struggle leaves its lesson, every pain leaves its wisdom. You're not collecting scars, you're gathering constellations that map the journey of your survival. Let them keep looking without seeing. Let them keep hearing without listening. Let them keep assuming without understanding. Because while they're busy misreading your story, you're busy writing chapters they couldn't comprehend. While they're busy categorizing your surface, you're busy revolutionizing your depths. You've learned that the greatest strength often comes wrapped in silence, that the deepest power often moves without noise, that the most profound changes often happen without witness. So keep building in the shadows, keep growing in the quiet, keep becoming in the unseen moments, because one day they'll look at you and finally see what was always there. A force of nature disguised as a person, a universe masked as a human, an unstoppable spirit, wrapped in skin and silence. And when that day comes, you won't need to explain the nights that broke you, the fears that chased you, the doubts that haunted you. They'll see it all in your eyes. The battles, the victories, the transformations. But by then, it won't matter if they see or understand, because you'll know the truth, that every unseen moment was building something remarkable, that every invisible battle was creating something incredible, that every silent struggle was forging something unstoppable. You, this is your masterpiece. This is your metamorphosis. This is your moment. Not because they finally see you, but because you finally see yourself for what you've always been. A miracle in motion, a legend in the making, a story still being written. And the best chapters, they're still ahead. Keep going, keep growing, keep glowing, in your own way, at your own pace, in your own power, because you're not just surviving anymore, you're becoming, and that's a power all its own.